Long ago, in a remote Nigerian village bordering the infamous Whispering Woods, there lived a young woman named Adesewa. Adesewa was known not just for her beauty, but for her connection with the spirit world. She could see what others could not and hear what others dared not listen to, the whispers of the forest spirits. Adesewa had fallen in love with a charming yet mysterious hunter named Okafor. Okafor was different from the other men in the village. He was quiet, observant, and seemed to possess an uncanny ability to move through the woods without a sound. The villagers warned Adesewa, "Do not trust a man who speaks more to shadows than to people." But love makes one blind to the signs of danger. Their love was intense and intoxicating, but it was also forbidden. For the elders of the village knew of an ancient curse that bound the Whispering Woods, a curse that turned love into a nightmare. One fateful night, as Adesewa waited for Okafor by the edge of the Whispering Woods, she heard the soft murmur of voices, not human voices, but whispers that came from the trees themselves. "Leave, or suffer," they warned in a language that only she could understand. But Adesewa, thinking herself protected by love, ignored them. Suddenly, Okafor emerged from the darkness, his eyes glowing an unnatural shade of red. He spoke in a voice that was not his own. "Adesewa, come with me deeper into the woods. There is something I must show you." A chill ran down her spine, but she followed him, compelled by love yet unnerved by the voices that grew louder with every step. The trees seemed to bend and twist as they walked, the branches reaching out like skeletal hands. She could feel eyes, many eyes, watching her. Deeper in the forest, Okafor led her to a clearing where the air was unnaturally cold. In the center lay a small, moss-covered shrine that seemed to pulsate with a dark energy. "This," he said, his voice echoing strangely, "is where our love will be sealed forever." But as he spoke, his face began to change. His skin grew paler, his eyes hollow, and a wicked smile crept across his lips. "Okafor," Adesewa cried, stepping back. "What is happening to you?" Then she realized it was not Okafor who stood before her. The forest had taken him, replaced him with a creature, a spirit of the woods that fed on the love of the living to sustain its cursed existence. "Too late," it whispered, as the ground around the shrine began to crack and hiss, releasing a thick, dark mist that clung to Adesewa's skin like cold, dead hands. She tried to scream, but the mist filled her lungs, silencing her. The creature that wore Okafor's face began to laugh, a deep, guttural sound that made the trees shiver. "You were warned, yet you chose to love," it hissed. "Now, you belong to us." Adesewa could feel her body weakening, her strength draining away. She looked up and saw other figures emerging from the mist, villagers who had disappeared over the years, their eyes hollow, their bodies twisted and broken. They reached out to her, their faces contorted in silent screams. She realized these were the spirits of the cursed, those who loved too deeply and paid the ultimate price. In her final moments, as the mist engulfed her, Adesewa heard a faint whisper. This time, it was Okafor's real voice, desperate and sorrowful. "I tried to warn you. I tried." And so, the tale of the Whispering Woods is told, a place where love and betrayal intertwine, where spirits hunger for the hearts of the living. Some say if you listen closely at the edge of those woods at night, you can still hear the whispers of Adesewa and the others, trapped between words, forever warning those who dare to love recklessly. Remember, not all that is beautiful is safe, and not all that loves you is human. Beware of the whispers in the dark.